Sonic the Fighters is a game with few real combos, where many characters have to close space in order to win. And while STF's strikes can be very strong, many of the game's strongest moves are throws and command grabs. On the outset, Bark appears to be the game's designated grappler, but the truth is, there isn't a single character in this game whose throws don't play a big role in their gameplay. Grappling serves double duty in this game as the offensive answer to both sidestepping and blocking. So grabs and throws are an essential part of any player's toolkit. All characters in STF have a default throw by pressing punch and block, and most characters have access to another grab of sort, Foot Crush, by double pressing down alongside kick and block. There are additional, more complicated command throws, and Slip Around is a universal move also classified as a throw in-game, but for now, let's focus on the more basic throws. As I said earlier, throws are very strong in STF. They do a lot of damage generally, often even more with catch-up, and they often also result in untechable knockdown states. Because true combos in this game are rare, and many of them begin with throws in the first place, there's not really many situations in this game where you would want to, quote, just take the throw. So then, how do you not get thrown? Well, if you and your opponent both input a throw at the same time, your throws will cancel each other out. To avoid throws more generally, however, you can jump or crouch, or have your back to your opponent, as this game does not have back grabs. Turning your back on command is something only Sonic and Tails can do, but all characters but Bark and Eggman can crouch, and everyone can jump. While the action of going from standing to crouching comes with an animation, you're actually considered to be crouching the moment your down input is read by the game. And if your opponent whiffs a throw, you'll have plenty of time to respond to their blunder. It's one thing to know how to evade a throw, but it might also be helpful to know when your opponent cannot throw. If your opponent is turned around, they cannot throw until they're facing you. And if your opponent is sidestepping, they're able to link their sidestep into sidestep P, sidestep K, and sidestep body dives, but they'll have to wait until they've come to a complete standstill to grab. This means versus characters whose sidestep Ps can't break barriers like Bark, Amy, and Espio, it's often safe to simply keep your barrier up while they're sidestepping. I still personally like going for the occasional throw after a sidestep. Yeah, I'm just quirky like that, I guess. Another spot for players to look for throws in this game is on Wake Up. When getting up from a knockdown, you can input a throw, and the animation of your character getting up will, in essence, mask the startup frames of your throw, meaning your character can pretty much wake up and immediately hit a throw if they're in range and their opponent is in a grabbable state. On the other hand, if you've knocked down your opponent, throwing opponents who just got up can also be a strong read, especially if you expect your opponent to wake up sidestep or wake up barrier.
Oh, get absolutely right. Respectfully.